Hey, you guys, welcome to Shanghai Daily's special concert this evening. Alex, can you hear me?
I can.
Nice. You guys, this is The Sound of Shanghai, which is a special concert that Shanghai Daily has put on. And all of our guests tonight, we have 16 plus one special guest coming to us live, and we'll connect with them from lockdown here in Shanghai. So it's a really special concert, and we really hope you guys will enjoy it. You can see we're kind of dressed to the nines. Alex, how are you feeling? You ready?
More so, I just put a shirt with some buttons on. You look great.
This is from a workmate's wedding actually recently, and I thought, a lot of 意义, 有很多意义, so I'm wearing it now. I'm really looking forward to tonight's show. We do have a special guest who's coming up after our very first special guest, who is going to play us violin from Central Quarantine, which is really unique. But Alex, shall we bring in our first guest? Do you want to tell us a bit about him?
Yeah, so his name is Song Siheng, and he is a very renowned pianist and violinist, and he does a lot of different things. He's a very talented and famous guy. So for many of you, he will need no introduction. For some of you, we're looking forward to what he's going to play for us today. He's going to play two songs. He's got the Pandemic Diary of Music, which he composed himself, and he's going to play a song called Ayaturka as well. So we're looking forward to his performance, as he's a very, very famous and renowned musician.
Very much looking forward to it. So he can hear us now. You have any questions, Alex?
宋老师，你好。
Hi.
Hi. 这个疫情中，你现在跟我们一起也封控在家里，你现在心情怎么样？这几天你过得怎么样？
不好意思，您能再说一遍吗？这个信号不是特别好。
你好，我就说，我先打个招呼，宋老师你好，然后我就问了，我们都封控在家里面的，我们都封闭在家里面，然后我就问问你在这几天你过得怎么样，心情怎么样？
其实是有点紧张吧，因为各方面又要核酸啊，然后又要做这个志愿者啊，然后我们自己也要防护好啊，所以会有点时间啊，各方面有点紧张。
对，我也是有这种感觉，但是你现在你也有时间天天弹钢琴弹提琴是吧？
对，每天还是会花一点时间练琴的，钢琴家嘛，就不练不进则退嘛。
对。好了。
Well, let's listen, shall we? Let's
hear it.
Hear this beautiful piano from Song 老师。我们开始吧。
OK。先给大家演奏的是我的疫情音乐日记的这个第5首散步。 刚才这首音乐是我2020年我们这个新冠的时候隔离在家的时候，就是楼下上去散步的时候得到的灵感，充满了一种非常难以言表的一种情感吧。好，下面为大家演奏的是博罗多斯改编的这个莫扎特土耳其进行曲。
Bravo，
太棒了，太棒了！
谢谢。
宋老师，那非常感谢您。但是我听说您还需要因为现在上海疫情下嘛，比较严重，所以您还需要去当志愿者，对吧？你知道你要做什么吗？
要什么？
你知道你当志愿者的时候需要做什么事情吗？
因为我们是一个1300人的小区，那么这个我负责的主要是是核酸的时候，维持这个排队的秩序。那么因为它有一个2米的这个间隔嘛，需要我们志愿者来维持这个秩序，然后解答一些志愿者的疑问呐，甚至是安抚一些志愿者的情绪。这个是我们主要做的。还有一个就是有的时候可能社区啊、政府会发菜啊什么，我们要去这个领取，然后分发给大家。还有包括那个抗原检测的这个试剂要分发，然后回收要统计，然后还有一些其他，反正很多很多事情吧。
哇，
对，
厉害呢，非常感谢您，
谢谢。
好的，
我们先让您走吧，然后非常感谢，我们下次再见。
感谢您，下次再见啊！
拜拜。Wow, so absolutely talented. You could see he was so out of breath at the end, like playing that last piece. It was just and he couldn't even breathe at the end. So it's a full body workout. Amazing.
You know, I feel like I've heard that song before, but I've never heard it.
Definitely.
But I've never heard it played quite like that. I don't think.
No. He definitely played it with a different style, which was really awesome. So yeah, that was Song Siheng. He's a renowned pianist here in Shanghai, which is we're really grateful and happy to have him performing tonight as part of the Sound of Shanghai, where we will feature 16 performances from foreigners and locals alike who are currently under lockdown here in Shanghai. Now, next up, we have a very special guest who is not on our list. She is a 15-year-old who is actually currently under central quarantine. So she has brought her violin with her because she's preparing for an exam. But before we see her performance, we're going to chat with James, who is also in central quarantine. James, can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you.
Hi, James.
Hi. What's the
Can you hear me
situation
well?
like there in central quarantine right now? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, currently I'm on this centralized quarantine site in Jing'an Stadium, and as you can see here, I'm in this section D, which holds around uh, 80 patients.
Wow. Now, I heard you had some good news. So people who go to central quarantine need to return 2 negative tests. Now, I heard you already returned 1 negative test today.
Exactly. So I took the test yesterday, and
Or
the
yesterday.
result came today, and it was negative. And right after that, I also took another test. So they gave so 2 negative tests, and you are out of the central quarantine site.
So if the test you took today comes back negative tomorrow, then you're out of there. You're good to go.
Yes.
All right. Good luck.
I'm not sure what's the next steps, but I will wait to be informed.
That's awesome. Now, how long have you been there for, James?
I was tested positive a few days ago, and I was transferred actually yesterday morning. So I only here, 2 days, 1 night, and tonight, and hopefully I'll be out tomorrow.
Well, that is super fast. So I guess you're really healthy. So it's a really good news for people to know that if you do catch coronavirus and end up in central quarantine, you could end up out as quick as James, which is just a few days. Hey, it was really good speaking with you, James. And now we're going to check out Xuanling, who is a 15-year-old you have met in quarantine, who is currently practicing violin for an exam. And she's going to perform for us a piece called 海滨新诗.
I'm very happy to have her in our quarantine site, that to ease the situation, and she is our special guest tonight, and I'm giving the stage to her, and enjoy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, James. Well, bravo.
Very good.
Thank you so much. That was 海滨英诗 by 15-year-old Xuan Li.
谢谢。
Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. And good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Wow, that was
that
so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we had that performance. As I said, it wasn't in our list, but we just had to include it. Now, I'll just read a comment really quickly from our WeChat group. G. Liam said, may every quarantine place get this kind of musical soothing. It does wonders on many levels. What do you reckon, Alex?
I agree. You know, it's really fortunate to have somebody so talented as that. You know, if you have to be in a situation where you're in quarantine, I'm sure being able to listen. Of course, she's been practicing. She's not really, of course, that was a performance, but I feel like you're probably hearing her every day in there as she's gearing up for her exam. So it's really lucky for those people who are quarantined in there to be able to hear that every day.
Exactly. It's amazing. Now we have our next guest coming into the studio. Ray Dio, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hey, Alex.
Hey.
Hey, Andy. How are you guys?
Hey, Radio.
Good.
So, hey, man. So I know that you're locally based here in Shanghai, but you're originally from Texas. Is that right?
That's true. Yes, I'm from Texas. I've been living in Shanghai this is my 5th year, and I spent 1 year in Beijing. So stay strong, Shanghai. I'm really happy to be here and happy to to help others who are going through the same situation as me.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Can you tell us a little bit about? Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
You know, I wanted to know if you could tell us a little bit about what you're going to be performing or singing today.
I'm going to play a few of my original songs. One of them I've written a few years ago, and there's one that I wrote within the last couple of months. So I'm just going to play some of my songs on guitar and sing a little bit. That's cool.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, let's hear it from Ray Dio, who's from Texas in the USA.
All right. And I want to give it up for Song Lao Shi and Xuan Ling, man. They were so good. Oh,
yeah, they were
awesome. Okay, this first song is called Pearls and Bones. Live in this house of cards, but I'm not loving you in my moments true, and with all my pride and wars, but I'm not loving you and you're into when I think of who I am, a little boy becomes a man, yeah, and I know I've got work to do, 'cause pearls and bones are all that's left of you. Of you and me. Take out the lies of words that I've cried out to you in my moments true, and reaching and finding mine too. It's tender moments lose when I'm dead and through. So hear my voice, now I'm alive. In a time I would have died, yeah, and I know that I've got work to do, 'cause pearls and bones are all that's left of you. Of you and take up the lies of words that I cried out to you in my moments true, and reaching and find mine too. It's tender moments those when I'm dead through. So hear my voice, now I'm alive. For in a time I will have died, yeah, and I know I've got work to do, 'cause pearls and bones are all that's left of you, 'cause pearls and bones are all that's left of you, 'cause pearls and bones are all that's left of you, 'cause 'cause pearls and bones are all that's left for you.
Excellent. Love it.
Thanks, guys. Wow. The next song I'm going to play is a song called Plastic Bags. It's a song I just wrote. Thank you.
Awesome.
I have done wrong in my worldscape, in my lonely heart that I can't escape from. Dancing in my room, and I see you all gleaming from my window. See it all, lose it to my tune, and I'll find a way. I'll be there for you very soon, and bloom so high. Plastic bag, feel the final phase and begin to fall back to my own self. Plastic bag, I go where the wind blows. I'm riverbound, breathe in and out my sound. I'm found drowned. I have done wrong for this landscape. Fish me out someday, so I'll change my shape. Leave me far from home, and I'll find a way to be inside your bloodstream soon, and bloom so high. I'm a plastic bag, I go where the wind blows and begin to fall to your own self. Plastic bag, and you feel my final phase. I'm in your blood, breathe in and out my doubts, roam about with no way out.
Awesome, Ray. That was amazing. Hey, I was wondering.
Thank you so much.
It sounds like you're very, very musically talented. Do you have any regular performances by any chance here in Shanghai, or how can people continue to catch up with what you're doing?
Oh, so I am actually a music promoter. So I actually book a lot of events here in Shanghai. I have a lot of different musicians I ask to play in different venues around Shanghai. If you're interested in finding out about shows, me playing or even other artists playing, you can add my WeChat and I can add you to my group. I have lots of followers on the group, and you're welcome to come in. My WeChat is RayDio39. You could see it on my name. It was up before, but you can check it out.
Here it is.
There it is. Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
right over there. Radio.
39.
Radio 39. Yeah, 39. And then yeah, you can find me, add me, and I'll add you to my profiles. Okay.
Awesome. Well, I'm
Awesome.
looking forward to seeing a show once the pandemic is cleared up, and looking forward to that, man, for sure.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I'm kind of out of a job right now, so I'm stuck inside.
We'll all get back to normal after this, and I'm sure you'll be performing soon. Thank you so much, and we'll catch up with you later on.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that was really, I felt like, it sounds cliche, but I really feel like he's put his heart into his music. And those two songs were both originals that he's written himself. Pretty talented.
Yeah, really good. Like I say, I was telling him I like his folksy, bluesy style. It reminds me of some of my favorite artists as well, but he's got his own personal twist to it. It's great. A+. I love it.
Nice. Now, if you've just tuned in, you're watching The Sound of Shanghai. I am Andy.
And I'm Alex.
Yeah, we are bringing to you a special one-off concert, actually, coming to you, live from Shanghai, where we have 17 performers who are currently under lockdown in Shanghai due to the coronavirus situation. This is Shanghai's first ever lockdown. So we thought we'd bring you this little concert and dress up a little bit and enjoy some music. Are you enjoying it so far, Alex?
So far, it's been fantastic. All three performances have been absolutely wonderful, all different in nature, but all equally great.
Exactly. Hey, why don't we bring in our next guest without further ado, which is Julian Zheng, who is Australian Chinese. Hello, Julian, can you hear me?
Hi, how's it going? How are you?
Good.
Really?
How you doing?
Good. Let's speak English. I feel like your Chinese is much better than mine, so I don't really want to embarrass myself.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
So what are you going to be playing for today?
So I'm going to play a famous song that came out last year. I think it was top 3 in the Chinese pop tracks. So it's called Purple.
Mm.
All right.
And you're using the horn virtuoso. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Which is a bit of a, I'm probably one of the first people to play pop music or rock music, jazz on the horn. So it's a little bit different. Nice. But yeah, hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Well, let's get into it. I'm excited.
Awesome.
Awesome. We're done.
What was that? Still going? Do you still want to listen to the
Oh,
rest
still
of it?
going? Sorry. Okay, I'll let you go.
Cool. All done.
I love
Sorry,
it.
I jumped in there a
Wait,
bit soon,
was
Julian.
there background music? Could you hear the background music? But everything was there?
No, we couldn't.
No,
Oh, there
yeah.
was no background music.
No.
Oh,
But it did sound really awesome.
It sounded great.
There was no background music? Like when I was playing the background music? Can you hear it now?
No, there's nothing.
Now we can just hear you.
Must be
No, but we
right.
did get to
Oh,
we
it's
did
alright,
get
it's
to
alright.
enjoy your playing by itself, and it did sound really
Yeah.
good.
Oh, good. Yeah, because
I
there was
wanted
supposed to
to
be
ask
background.
you.
That's why you guys cut me off. I was
Yeah, sorry about that. No, I wanted to ask you though, like,
no.
what gave you the idea to play pop and rock songs on the French horn like that?
So I've been studying classical music my whole
Yeah.
life, and I just want to branch out a little bit more, flexibility. Yeah, it's just there's more parts to do, because now society is going forward in a much faster direction. So it's good to just try new things and be flexible.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, awesome. Thank you so much, Julian.
Oh,
Next time
sorry,
we
man.
can
I
go on.
didn't know that there was no background music, but it's
That's
all
all
right.
right.
No.
man.
Next time we'll have to
Okay,
play
it's okay.
playing.
Thanks,
Awesome.
man.
Thank you so much, and good luck.
Thanks,
We'll talk to you
man.
later.
Appreciate
Oh, so that's why I ended up jumping in there, because we couldn't
Yeah,
hear his
we-
background music. So
could
when he
hear it,
stopped, I was
yeah.
like, "Is he finished?"
It's all right. I suppose that we could have heard the background music would have been different, but it was still really good. I still really enjoyed it.
No, I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
Okay, next up we have a fourth grader from China who is going to be playing the plucked zither, which is an ancient Chinese instrument. I'm really keen to see what that's all about. Let's bring her in now.
Okay. So this is hello. So this is Lu Yuhan, and he plays the plucked zither, as in Chinese we call it the guzheng, which is an instrument that I've seen and played around with a little bit before. But I'm sure she is much better than I could ever be at it. So she is a fourth grader from Kangning Primary School in Shanghai Shuhui District, and she's going to play a song for us today. 你好，你今天要弹哪首歌呢？
泼水，
Oh, so it's called
泼水。
泼水。Okay, 好。那你弹了古筝弹了多久？现在
弹了3年了。
3年了 ，3 years。OK， 很好，很棒的。OK， 那可以开始了。
我们开始。
Hi, I'm Elsa. I'm 10 years old. Now I'll show you my Chinese zither song, Water Splashing. Thank you.
非常棒，
特别棒，特别棒。
那我问一下，你这几天封在家里，你是不是每天都要练习？对，很厉害，很厉害，我觉得你很有天赋。
谢谢。
非常感谢，拜拜。
非常感谢你啊。
Oh, that was so cool.
Really good.
Just watching that, it looks like it takes so much. Like you said, she's been studying every day for this, and for 3 years as well. It looks like it takes a lot of memory and musical talent. I couldn't do it.
Definitely. I always loved the sound of that instrument ever since I first heard it and since I first came over to China. And so I really enjoy the music, and she played it really wonderfully.
It's amazing, yeah. So if you're just tuned in, this is the Sound Shanghai. I'm Andy, and my guest, sorry, not my guest, my co-host is Alex. Sorry, Alex.
Yes.
We are coming to you live from Shanghai, which is currently under a citywide lockdown. So all of the performers in tonight's show are currently under lockdown in quarantine. And earlier on, we had a really touching violin performance from a 15-year-old who is currently in central quarantine. So that was really awesome. But next up, we have Thomas Hood, who's from the US. Thomas, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hey, guys.
Hey, Thomas.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in Shanghai and what we're going to see from you this evening?
Yeah, sure. So this is my second lockdown, actually. Because I was back in Beijing in 2020, actually, when we got locked down. And when I was there, actually, I used that time indoors all day to kind of build myself a makeshift studio, and that's where I did my first two EPs. And then I
Wow.
wrote like a whole album and then just shelved that because I could go outside again. And so now that I'm back in, it's like, okay, it's time to finally get cracking on this album. So that's what this song is about, actually. It's sort of the first song on the album, and it's to who I consider sort of like a patron saint of songwriting for rock and roll, Elliott Smith, actually.
Oh.
So yeah, that's the background on this song. Yeah, just for what I do in Shanghai, I teach drama and film. So tomorrow back to the online classes and the whole Dora the Explorer situation of like ask a question, wait for a minute, and then tell the answer. Essentially.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, let's see or listen to Thomas Hood's song, which he has written himself.
Yes, sir. Okay. Saint Elliott, bless my songs, help me right on my past wrong. Saint Elliott, please take me to a place I can't yet see. I wrote some songs, but I didn't yet know how to form diminished chords or use false notes. But I've been listening to either or 300 times on my way to work. So maybe now I'll understand how to write a song. Saint Elliott, must I be addicted to stuff and walking in my sleep? Saint Elliott, I'm not prepared. If that's what greatness is, then I'm just scared. I heard you thought you were being watched, ate nothing but ice cream for several months, but I've been listening to EXO 200 times on my way back from work. So maybe now I'll understand a bit what it's like to be in your head. And though I could never change all the things you gave us today, I hope that I won't let you down. Rest in the ground. Oh.
That's awesome. Okay, so Thomas, full disclosure, I love Elliott Smith.
Yeah.
And I love Elliott Smith. So for those of you who don't know, Elliott Smith is a singer-songwriter from the U.S. who unfortunately passed away at a young age many years ago, but is one of my absolute favorites. And so I really enjoyed that. I want to ask you, so what about his music inspires you? I mean, it also inspires me. I'm not a musician like you, but why is he your favorite, and what inspired you to write the song about his music?
Yeah, well, I mean, as I was embarking on trying to write this record, I was like, I got to step up my game. Essentially, just everything was so standard, just diatonic, noodling around in pentatonic scales and stuff, and getting away from music theory stuff. Just the sense of rawness, the sense of he really, I mean, in his words, I took my own insides out, and it was a tough process for him psychologically, but it also is just, I mean, in many ways, he's the fifth Beatle, right? Just like his sense of harmony and melody is so. Just next level, or was, unfortunately. So the chord progression for that is actually an inversion of Between the Bars, and then the bridge is an interpolation of Waltz number 2. So I actually just ripped the chords straight from his work, actually. I wanted to mention, though, Radio mentioned earlier that he's a promoter, and I can attest to that. Every single show that I've ever played has been a radio production, actually. So I'm also in a band called Siren, which is more like hard rock, heavy metal. So you can check us out at one of his Ray's shows. Yeah.
Definitely do that. No, I know all the songs that you referenced. I'm a huge Elliott Smith fan. I'm really happy to find another fan of his as well, dude. It was excellent.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you so much, Thomas. We will definitely try and catch up with one of your gigs after Shanghai comes out of lockdown, which we're not sure will be when, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Fingers crossed, sooner rather than later.
Absolutely,
Thanks, guys.
man. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Thomas.
See ya. Well, that's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. We talked about Elliott Smith, just one of my absolute favorites. All the songs you mentioned, Waltz number 2, Between the Bars, some of my favorites. So when I'm riding the subway in Shanghai and I have my AirPods in, I'm often listening to him. So that's really cool. I think he did a great job of he's got his own sound as well. I thought it was an awesome performance. Yeah.
Definitely the sound of Shanghai that we're getting here, which is really cool. Now, our next guest is actually a colleague of ours. She is Michelle Chow. She's a Shanghai Daily columnist. She's the producer and host of Chow Shanghai, and also the Vice Secretary General of the Historic Architecture Protection Committee of the Architectural Society of Shanghai. Really impressive. Michelle, can you hear us?
Hi, Andy and Alex.
Hi.
Good evening.
Really good to see you. We haven't seen you in a little while because of the lockdowns, but apparently you're going to be playing a very famous piece. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, I'm currently locked down in my home on Wukang Road. So although I live on Wukang Road, I cannot see the Wukang building now. Okay. Today I'm going to play a piece, a very simple piece. I'm an amateur, but I want to play a piece that I have... last time I played it on the band.
Wow.
The piece name is Für Alice for Beethoven, by Beethoven. And last time I played it in the Peace Hotel for the first episode of my program, Qiao Shanghai, QIAO Shanghai, Qiao Shanghai. It's about heritage buildings in Shanghai. And last time I played an antique piano, which was purchased by Sir Victor Sassoon for the opening of the Peace Hotel in 1929.
Wow.
So
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So last Monday, the first day of the Pudong lockdown, I went to the band and see the band, what was the band look like, and was so quiet and beautiful. So remind me of the piece, and today I want to share with you this special music with my love of Shanghai. Okay.
All right. Excellent.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Let's go. Thank you so much.
Very simple. I'm an amateur, so I'm just okay. So I'll start. Für Alice. for watching.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was fantastic. So yeah, it was really good.
So I hope that the lockdown will end up soon and we can be wandering on the Bund, Nanjing Road, Wukang Road to see all these beautiful heritage buildings in Shanghai. And also, I will tell Shanghai we have already made the new episode in preparation, and we are going to release it in the real spring of Shanghai. Thank you.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
I just want to read.
Go ahead, Andy. Sorry.
Sorry. The connection's really bad, so we keep cutting over each other. Sorry about that. Michelle, I was just going to say, we had a lot of comments in the WeChat group saying you're definitely not an amateur. They really loved your performance, so thank you very much.
Oh, really? Okay, so recently I did some volunteer job, so I didn't have much time practicing. So, but I will spend more time playing the piano in the future, maybe in my program. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much, Michelle. We will see you later on.
Thank you, Andy and Alex. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Michael.
That is so cool. Michelle is our colleague at Shanghai Daily. And as she mentioned, she is the host of a show called Qiao Shanghai, which is spelled QIAO, where she goes around and teaches us all about some old architecture with a lot of history and stories here in Shanghai, which is awesome.
Yeah, I followed her program before. I've watched almost all the episodes so far, and I really enjoy it. If you're into architecture and if you're into the sort of the old feeling of old Shanghai, you can learn a lot from watching her program. It's really engaging.
Right, and there is definitely a lot of it. There is so much. Michelle also is the author of some books on old architecture in Shanghai, so you could also check those out. They're available in English. Now, I just want to mention we've had a lot of comments coming from viewers regarding our 15-year-old violin performer, Xuanling, who is in central quarantine. Everyone was really touched by her story, and some people were asking why didn't we chat with her or interview her. The reason is because James, who we connected with, who we interviewed before the performance, he has returned a negative coronavirus test, even though he's in quarantine. So he needs to stay more than 2 meters away from all other people inside quarantine. So unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to catch up with her there, but hopefully we will look to interview her a bit later on and find out more about her story.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hopefully both of them can, and everyone else obviously can get out of quarantine as soon as possible. And then hopefully we can hook up with them again.
Exactly. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, without further ado, let's bring in our next guests, who are Leafy Ye and Candy He. Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? What are you guys going to be playing for us today?
I play for everyone on the hulusi, a Chinese traditional one. I began to learn it at the age of 10.
Wow, so that's a gourd, right? I think the English word is gourd.
Cool, eh?
Yeah.
Gourd.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent.
I'm really excited to see how it sounds. Take it away, you guys.
I played for everyone on the harmonica. I like it very much. Chinese name is Kouqing. Kouqing, yeah. I like it because it is more and portable. I want the wonderful music accompanying you wherever you go. Now the song we play is called
Jasmine Flowers.
Jasmine Flowers. Okay, 我们开始吧.
Excellent.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
So is it
Excellent.
Molihua?
你介绍一下。
Molihua, right?
Molihua, Molihua. Wow, awesome.
Awesome, excellent. So your mother and daughter, but you're also her first teacher, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? How did you first start learning music?
Yeah. 你说吧。
你什么时候开始学乐器？他说。
大概2年前吧。
About 2 years ago.
Okay, good.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Go ahead, Andy.
Oh, sorry. I was going to ask about what is your guys' most strong feeling about the pandemic?
We have been studying online at home for more than 3 weeks now. While working and studying hard, we have been touched by many stories about the epidemic and gained more thoughts and insights. Some say that love is to be known in love. Love from family members, love for life every day, and friendship among people during the epidemic. This love is expressed in the song Jasmine Flowers that my mother and I performed together. Jasmine flowers bloom in May, just like the theme of today's concert. Spring flowers are in full bloom, and we have shared a beautiful love between people. Thank you.
Wow, very very touching. 非常感谢你们，我们觉得特别的美丽，非常感谢。
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Wow, that was the gore. What is it called in Chinese? I forget. The gourd.
Yeah, isn't that what it's called? Hulusa? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The
hulusa.
a vegetable, I guess, and they can make an instrument, fashion an instrument, and obviously it's an ancient tradition, fashioning an instrument out of this particular vegetable. Yeah, it's a kind of gourd, yeah.
Right, awesome. Okay, if you've just tuned in, you are watching The Sound of Shanghai with Andy and Alex, brought to you by Shanghai Daily and Shine.cn, where we are broadcasting to you live from Shanghai, China, which is currently under a full citywide lockdown because of an outbreak of coronavirus. If you're in Shanghai, you will know that yesterday, 25.6 million residents of Shanghai undertook our first ever citywide COVID testing. We're waiting for the results on that. At the moment, we're under lockdown. So all of our amazing performers tonight are coming to us live from their homes under the lockdown. Alex, who has been, I know it's a tough question, but who's been your favorite so far?
Oh, I'm not sure that I can pick a favorite. You know, everyone's done such a great job. I don't want to pick favorites. Of course, I love Thomas's performance because of my love for Elliott Smith, who he wrote his song about. But I also loved Song Lao Shi, and I loved Radio, and everyone really. I mean, everyone's done a good job. Of course, the theme of our concert here at The Sound of Shanghai is, as Andy just mentioned, everyone is locked in, and so many of the songs are in relation to the pandemic. A lot of people have used this time to sort of practice or write new music or things like that, and so. Because we can't go and see anyone in person with their music, we are happy to have them onto our program today to showcase their skills for everybody.
Exactly. We have a lot of really talented guests tonight. I shouldn't have thrown you that question. If you asked me who was my favorite, I wouldn't have been able to pick one either. I think they're all, like you said before, they've all got their own style, their own flavor. So I'm really happy to have them on. Our next guest is, let me see, number 8, Chad from the US, who is going to be singing and also playing the piano. But I can see, Chad, can you hear us? There's a problem with your camera, but can you hear us? Oh, there you are.
Yeah. You see me okay now?
Yeah,
we've got you. Hey, Chad, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to be performing for us tonight.
All right, sure. Yeah, and I would say the past year I have been trying to compose a bit more and just be more consistent. I've done different kinds of work in Shanghai, but the last couple of months I've been playing a lot more because I do want to. I think I consider myself an amateur at this point, but I hope one day to have a really good sound.
Nice. We're sure that's going to come. No time.
Yeah, what I'm going to play, the first is an old American folk song called It Is Well With My Soul. And I'm going to do it in a bit of a different kind of arrangement. And then the second thing I'm going to play, actually this is important, so if you're listening, I need your help. I'm going to improvise a song based off the notes that you give me to use as a melody. So if you're in the chat, if you can just send E flat, B or whatever note you want to send. And after I play the first piece, when I look at the chat, the first 5 notes that I see, I'm going to use as the melody for the second piece.
Okay, sounds interesting. All right, good.
Okay, let's go.
All right, go ahead, take it away.
Peace like saved my way. Sorrows like sea. Wherever my Lord lies on me to say, is well, it is well, my soul. It is well with 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 my soul. With my soul. Okay.
All right. All right. Good.
I guess you need some notes.
You need.
Well, you know, I've realized a flaw with my plan. I can't actually see the chat. So what I'll do as a backup. Yeah, it's too bad. Sorry, guys. I can't see the chat from this view. I'm going to pick out some random notes from this cup.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we can see it. So if you want me to tell you what notes they were.
Okay, you can. Great. Yeah, I'll write them down.
So I've got. I look at the first 5 suggestions we got, and I'll just give you what they are. We got a G.
All right.
We got an E.
Okay.
A C.
Okay.
A D flat or C sharp, and an E flat.
Okay. Well, I asked for it. Thank you. Thank you for keeping track of that.
All right.
So this is what it sounds like. I'm going to switch over to a piano sound.
All right.
Okay, this one's going to be a little bit tricky, so I've got to make a song based off.
right.
Very
Thanks,
much.
Chad.
Nice
I know that sounds
improvisation
great.
there.
Improvising is really difficult to do. So yeah, it's cool that you were able to pluck those notes out and put a song together for sure.
Quite able to develop that melody. That was the one problem, but well, that's why we practice. So maybe in the future I'll be able to and also develop it a little better. But thank you for the opportunity, and I hope everybody else here, all the musicians are incredible. 大家有秀的晚上.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Chad. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you again. Have a good
Absolutely.
night.
Take it easy.
Well, I was going to say, I really loved his background. It was a really, quite a Shanghai background with all the apartment lights over there.
Sure.
So if anyone who's watching is about, coming up in our program, you might want to think about how you can make your background a little bit more exciting if you want to. But yeah, up to you.
All right. Excellent.
Now,
Okay.
we
on
have
the
our
docket.
next guest. Do you want to introduce them, Alex?
Sure. So our next performer is Shi Yanchen, who is actually the daughter of our colleague, Shanghai Daily reporter Yang Meiping. And she is going to hello.
Hello.
And so she's going to be playing the guzheng also, which is the same instrument that we heard before, one of my very favorites. 你今天会弹哪首歌呢？
采蘑菇的小姑娘。
All right, a little girl with mushrooms. All right, okay, cool, interesting. All right, you want to go ahead and get started? 可以开始了。
Hello, I'm Shi Yanchen. You can call me Qi. I'm 9 years old. I have been learning playing guzheng for more than 2 years. I will play the little girl who picks mushrooms. It was I learned recently. It's a lovely song. I hope you will enjoy it. Let's enjoy music at home and stay healthy and happy. Thank you.
Thank you，谢谢啊，非常厉害，弹得很棒的，
非常感谢啊。
非常感谢你啊。
Wow, so that is awesome. That is, like you said, a daughter of our colleague Yang Mei Ping. I was going to
so
say,
many talented kids we got here in Shanghai, don't we?
That instrument is huge. Like, I wonder how much
totally.
of an apartment you need for that.
Yeah, I it's like a large long table. I mean, it's a long instrument. Yeah, definitely. And I know it's really hard to tune. It's really hard to perfect. It's a really difficult instrument. And so watching kids play it to such a high degree is really exciting to see.
Exactly. Hey, our next guest, Kirk, he said his friend's daughter was learning to play that instrument now. So that was really probably an inspiration. Now, I got to read a bit about Kirk here because he's really quite the figure. Over the past decade, US-born multi-instrumentalist Kirk Kenny has become a leading figure in the American folk music scene here in China, using his music to bridge cultural divides and create positive energy wherever he performs. Appearing across China on his own and in combination with an eclectic list of notable local and international musicians, Kenny's sound and repertoire draw from traditional North American folk songs and fiddle tunes, Central and East Asian Canton fable, whatever that is, Icelandic ambient electronic music, and more. It's a really impressive list there. Kurt, can you hear us?
Hey, yes, I can hear you. Nice to
right.
see you guys.
What was that last word? Chantafable?
Chant fable. Chant fable.
Chant fable. What is
that?
It's a chant fable is a type of storytelling where you sing and still tell stories, usually episodically.
Oh, chant fable. Oh, I got it now. Okay, cool. So, can you tell us a bit about what you're going to be playing tonight?
Yeah, I'm just going to play a couple chill banjo tunes that I wrote. I'm trying to, 2 years ago when we first went into lockdown, I kind of was trying to calm myself down by playing banjo tunes, but a lot of banjo tunes traditionally are very fast. So I started slowing them down a lot. And then I realized, wow, this is a lot like lo-fi hip hop. So
Really?
I just started creating some of my own tunes that are kind of inspired by lo-fi hip hop in the sort of slow, chill vibe. So I just thought I'd help everybody take a breath. And this first one is called Breathwork. So it's a nice one for breathing.
Right.
All right. Let's hear it.
That's the first one. It's nice.
All right, excellent, man.
Thanks.
I love that. As a fan of both banjo and lo-fi hip hop, it's amazing.
Ditto. Best of both worlds. Just put them together. Why not?
Absolutely.
So this other one is a tune. My wife was she likes to garden on the. This is a shout out to her. Hey Ella, she likes to garden on the porch. So I was listening to her clip leaves, and listening to children laughing outside. And so this one's called 羞耻戒业. Yeah. 羞耻戒业.
羞耻戒业. So it's like trimming the branches, cutting the leaves, like pruning the hedges,
Exactly.
kind of thing. Yeah, I love it, dude. It's fantastic.
Kind of
I really like the
moment.
I wanted to ask, with the banjo, you said playing the banjo more slowly. Does it kind of give a more East Asian or Chinese feeling in your estimation?
I think, it depends on the banjo tuning a bit. The banjo tuning world is vast, but it's usually tuned to, there's some that are more like open chords and some that are kind of ambiguous, maybe major, maybe minor. But depending on the tuning, if you use a sawmill tuning, which is kind of a ambiguous one, it can sound pretty Chinese. And I'm very influenced by Chinese music, and so I especially one thing in particular, which is the sense of tempo change that can kind of anytime slow down or add lots of space or speed up and then slow down and then speed up. I really like that.
Definitely.
It's really cool to see mixing of cultures going on in your music, Kurt. Kirk, really lovely to hear. We hope to have you back some other time, but hopefully it's not under quarantine situations.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening.
Thank
you so much. See you later.
Cheers.
So
that was
Andy,
really cool.
Are you familiar with bluegrass music?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
it's
from sort of the American South, and it uses the banjo, but it's always really fast. And so normally, as he was saying, the banjo is played at a really quick pace, but the way he slowed it down like that is pretty interesting. I like it.
Yeah, it really has a whole different feeling to it. Awesome. I wish I could play an instrument, but maybe it's too late. I don't know. Let's move to our next guest, which is Sophia Wang. Sophia, can you hear us?
Yes.
Awesome. You're going to be singing today with a ukulele, a song called Monster, right?
Yes.
Awesome. We look forward to it. 可以开始啦.
Hello everyone, my name is Sophia and I am 7 years old. This is my brother Leon and he is 5 years old. Today we are going to sing Monsters. I see your monsters, I see your pain. Tell me your problems, I'll chase them away. I'll be your lighthouse, I'll make it okay. When I see your monsters, I'll stand there so brave and chase them all away. In the dark we stand apart, we never see that the things we need are staring right at us. You just wanna hide, never show your smile. Stand alone when you need someone.
非常好。哎，我想知道你们歌里中会唱很多歌是吧？Yes，
很好，很好，非常棒，非常厉害，非常感谢你啊！
拜拜，谢谢你们，
谢谢啊，再见啊。
They are so cute. So they are also the daughter and son of one of our colleagues at Shanghai Daily. So it was really good to see the team coming together, and also quite interesting to see that our colleagues have such musical talent in their family.
Absolutely. They did a great job singing that song, every word right down pat. It was excellent.
Awesome. And the ukulele, obviously, also a lot of Western flavor there. So really, really good. I think one of the cool things we're seeing this evening, not with all of the pieces, but with a lot of them, is a real mixing of culture. And it's a really awesome thing to see. Our next guest is from Ireland. Now, I don't know how to pronounce your name.
All right.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Hey, how's it going?
Are we pronouncing your name correctly, Kieran?
Kieran.
Thank you. Kieran Singleton from Ireland.
Yeah.
All right,
what are you going to be doing for us today?
I'm going to be performing 2 original songs. I just released an EP about a month ago. This is my first time playing these songs.
Awesome. Sinning Soldiers, right? The first one.
First song is called Sinning Soldiers. Yeah, it's about my father, and it's sort of I wrote it from the start of his life, pretty much to the end of his life.
Wow. Okay. Let's see.
All right. Let's hear it.
Can you hear me okay?
We can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Go ahead.
A proud poet and patriot, you love the sash. In your mystery guru, in those letters from Lancash. Been to your home, the 4 winds, and there you were found. I can't even imagine the card you were dealt. Oh, we sinning soldiers, and we were born to lead. Yeah, we sinning soldiers, amidst our sinning minds, we find peace. Yeah, my boy Red and Shawshank, he gave me advice. He said, some birds are meant to be caged because their wings are much too bright. And when they fly away, you realize that we living soldiers, and we were born to lead. Oh, we sinning soldiers, amidst our sinning minds, we find peace. Amidst our sinning minds, we find peace. Yeah, before Dad died, he had a glint in his eye. I'm not saying he wanted to die, but it's like he lived and lived and lived and survived. And so deeply reflecting on this beautiful life, we're living soldiers, and we were born to live. Now we're sitting soldiers amidst our sinning minds. We find peace amidst our sinning minds. We find peace. Oh, amidst our sinning minds, we find peace.
Wow, man, you have an incredible voice, man. That was awesome. You have a great voice. That was incredible. Really touching tribute there. Awesome stuff.
I'll say one more. This is a shorter one. This is called Sitting Soldiers, and it's sort of about. Sorry, this one's called Lorraine, and it's sort of about growing up as a teenager in Ireland.
All right.
Nice.
Like this. Burn matches, have my thoughts scattered, feeling dreamy, watch a game and revitalize my soul. Breeze sweeps my feet from beneath and touches every bone on my way home. Lorraine, yeah. Sweeps these streets, no police, like they just don't know. Lorraine, yeah. Question life as you shiver me down to my bones. The moment we met under your London sky, you injected me with light. Hey Molly, I'm just calling to see if you're around to save me. Lorraine, yeah. Sweep these streets, no police, like they just don't know. Lorraine, yeah, yeah. Question life, did you shiver me down to my bones? The moment we met under your flattering high, yeah. Danielle told me stop floating like a butterfly. Lorraine, yeah. Sing it, boys. Sweet these no police, like they just don't know. Sing Lorraine, boys. You ready? Lorraine, yeah. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Good singing, boy.
Nice one. Hey, I gotta say, you have a lot of new fans here.
Come back. I got some water.
He's back. Karen, you have a lot of new fans here, including one of our bosses, Chi.
I was just going to say that.
Heavenly.
Yeah, so it turns out that in the admin chat, it turns out some of our bosses and colleagues, you've made some new fans.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, boys. When everything opens up again, you have to come listen to my Irish band, Dr. Midnight. And before I go, I want to give a shout out to my student who's watching here tonight. His name's Patrick. He's at home playing Irish songs on the piano. So shout out to Patrick.
Go, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
Thank you so much. We will definitely catch up with you after
thank
the break. after the lockdown. Cheers.
Yeah, well, I'll come see you definitely after the lockdown's over, man. Take it easy, man.
Thank you. And one more thing, go stream my music on any music streaming platform. Just search for Kieran Singleton, and you'll find my music. Western or Chinese music streaming platform. Thanks, guys.
There's the name again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there's his name down the bottom if you, because I saw it in our stream, which is currently being watched by 21,000 people, which is pretty awesome. He has a lot of new fans. So if you guys want to find some of his music, you can check all the main streaming sites by searching this name down below, which I'll leave up for you for a couple more seconds.
Yep.
Awesome. What did you think, Alex?
Fantastic. He has a really great voice, obviously extremely talented. I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
Awesome. Nice one. Hey, now speaking of our Shanghai Daily bosses, including Chi Chi, who just fell in love, we have another one of our esteemed members of staff, Wang Laoshi. Can you hear me?
Hi, Andy.
Hey, 好久不见.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
So glad to see you again.
Good to see
Haven't
you.
seen you in a long time.
Yeah.
Can you see me or hear me?
We can.
Yeah, we can hear you. So tell us, what are you going to play today?
Everything is fine, and well, I really appreciate this opportunity to share with you some of our, traditional Chinese culture. And then, so how are you?
I'm doing all right. Keeping it together, making sure to, stay healthy and stay in shape and everything. Trying to get through it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And then maybe may I say a few words about this song, just shortly? This ancient Chinese song actually is called "A Beautiful Night." It was said to be composed in Sui Dynasty. I think it's about in the 6th and 7th centuries, which is more than 1,000 years ago. And this song is basically about a peaceful and a beautiful night. And I hope that in this special time, and as we all jointly fight the COVID-19, I hope that everybody can have a peaceful mind, and I wish a beautiful night for everyone.
Awesome. Take it away, Wang Laoshi.
Go ahead.
So shall we start?
Yes, please. Yeah, please.
Okay. And this is my wife, Maggie.
Hi. Hello, Andy.
Hi.
Hello, Andy.
Hi. So that's it, Andy.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. Now, Wang Lao, could you tell us a bit about the history of that song? I know you're really into history, and you told us before that is quite an ancient song.
Yeah. So you mean the history of the song? Actually, this song is a very famous short song. Actually, it was said to be composed by a great military strategist in Sui Dynasty. He was actually a great official, but in his spare time, he liked the music, and he was said to be the composer of this beautiful song. And he was basically describing a beautiful night. For example, a gentleman walking in his own garden and raising his head to look at the moon and enjoying this peaceful and beautiful night. So I hope that I can convey this message to our fellow countrymen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's definitely.
I always really enjoy, hearing and learning about, of course, ancient Chinese history, but also the music and the instruments that are special to it. So I thought it was really great. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it really a nice way to get across the feeling of a beautiful, peaceful night, which I think we're all experiencing here tonight through your music and through the other performers. Thank you very much. We'll see you after this is all over.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Wallace.
See you later. Oh, so that was really awesome to see, obviously, husband and wife playing music like that together. Yeah. What a beautiful life. Do you guys do that, Alex?
No, I don't play music. No. We play badminton together, but it's
nice. It's a more modern approach, I guess. Now, if you've just tuned in,
music less so.
If you've just tuned in, you're watching The Sound of Shanghai with Andy and Alex. We are coming to you live from Shanghai, which is currently under a citywide lockdown, the first lockdown of its kind ever since coronavirus came into the world 2 years ago. Yesterday, we had a huge testing of the city's 25.6 million population. We are now waiting to learn when we'll come out of lockdown. But for the moment, we are enjoying these lovely, awesome performances from foreigners and locals alike in Shanghai who are currently under lockdown. And our next guest who I want to bring in is Derek Kirkland from the US. Derek, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can.
We can.
All right, great. Good to see you guys. First, I want just to say thank you guys just for all you've done over the past couple of days, just keeping everybody informed and just sharing the positive stories and everything. It's really been helpful. Just sitting in an apartment with not much to do, just to hear everything that's going on, but making different dishes from the government packages to how people are dealing with pets and everything. Appreciate you guys. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you tell us a bit about what you're going to be playing tonight?
Yeah. I saw your notice just about the event, and really just wanted to choose a fun song. This was kind of an old one back from I think the 2001, just one that I really enjoyed listening to when I was back in primary school. Hope you enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you, Derek.
All right, Derek.
All right. That she's back in the atmosphere, drops Jupiter in her head. She acts like summer and walks like rain. Reminds me that there's time to change it. Since the return from the stay on the moon, she listens like spring and she talks like June. Tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way? See the lights all faded, never was overrated. Tell me, did you fall from a shooting star? Why was that a permanent scar? And did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there? That she's back from that soul vacation, tracing away constellation. She checks out most of what she does, typo. Reminds me that there's room to grow. Now that she's back in the atmosphere, I'm afraid that she might think of me as plain old Jane. Told a story about a man who was too afraid to fly, so we never did win. Tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day? Head back to the Milky Way. Tell me, did Venus blow your mind? Was it everything you wanted to find? And did you miss me while you were looking for yourself out there? Hey, 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 hey. Hey, soul sister, hey, that Mr. on the radio, stereo, the way you move ain't fading no. Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight. Hey, soul sister, hey, that Mr. on the radio, stereo, the way you move ain't fading no. Hey, soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do. Can you imagine no love, fried deep, fried chicken, your best friend always sticking up for you? Even when I know you're wrong, can you imagine no first dance, freeze, try to romance, 5-hour phone conversation, the best one latte that you ever had in me? So tell me, did the wind sweep you off your feet? Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day? Head back to the Milky Way. Tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the lights all faded? That heaven is overrated. Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star? One without a permanent star, believe you miss me while you looking for yourself. Na 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 na. Did you finally get the chance to dance along the light of day? Na 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 na. Did you fall from a shooting star? Na 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 na. And now you're lonely looking for yourself out there.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Definitely, Derek. You know, we must be the same generation because, of course, I remember that song from my childhood too. I was silently singing along with you.
Yeah, awesome, man. Yeah, Drops of Jupiter. It's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Definitely. So what have you been doing through the pandemic, man? How you holding up?
Yeah, just taking it one day at a time, man. Trying to be kind to myself and not worry too much about really how much I get done. But trying to understand that, this is just a crazy, unprecedented time. So, if I want to play games on my phone, play games on my phone. If I want to watch TV, watch TV. I'm also teaching, so I've been doing that online with some fifth graders, and just trying to give them chances to chat with each other online while they're all locked up as well. But just doing whatever I feel most of the time, and being patient and kind to myself.
Cool, man. Absolutely.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, Derek. We hope the quarantine will be over pretty soon and we can all get out and enjoy ourselves. But for the time being, enjoy doing what you want.
Appreciate it, man. Shanghai,
man. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Oh, so cool. It's really good.
I definitely know that song. I heard that song growing up so many times. I've sang it at KTV before, to be honest with you, but he sings it much better than I do, of course.
It's by Train, right?
Yeah. I think they were kind of a one-hit wonder band from back then, but that was their one hit, and it got really, really big. It was really popular for a while, and sort of stuck around in my mind anyway, and apparently the minds of others as well.
Yeah, that song was really popular in New Zealand as well. So I don't know any of the other songs they have, so it probably was a one-hit wonder. But anyway, it's good to see it still sticking around. And thank you, Derek Kirkland, for bringing that to us here tonight. It's really awesome. Now you're watching The Sound of Shanghai. We have 2 more guests in our live concert, which is coming to you from Shanghai, obviously, where all of the performers tonight are currently under lockdown in Shanghai, as well as us. You can see Alex and I are at home.
Yes, we are. We've been under lockdown for, well, the Puxi area has been under lockdown since April 1st. But many of our fellow Shanghai residents have been locked down for a lot longer than that. In some cases, quite a bit longer than that. So we're all finding ways to get through the lockdown together. And we want to bring you this concert today and show off some of our very, very talented musicians that are located here in Shanghai.
Yeah, and speaking of, next up we have Michael O'Brien from the UK. Now he's a singer, rhythm guitarist, and songwriter for a local band called Fulcrum. Michael, can you hear us?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Excellent. Hi, Michael.
Hi, nice. What are you going to be playing for us tonight?
I'm going to play a couple of my songs, one from Fulcrum and one from my old band called Blue Magpie.
Awesome. Take it away. And when you're done, we'll have a quick chat.
Okay. This is Run Out of Time.
That's awesome, man. I love your sound, man. It sounds really good. I like your style. You know, it's really cool, really good.
Thanks, man. It's a bit of British, bit of Shanghai. You know?
Yeah, definitely. So you got another one for us?
Yeah, this song's called "Is There Anybody Else?"
Okay.
Awesome. Bravo.
Thanks, guys.
I love your sound, man. So, Michael, how you been holding up through this pandemic, man? You've been playing a lot of guitar, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, I'm pretty lucky. I've got guitars and keyboards around me, and I can, just write and record every day.
Yeah, Cool. Well, can you tell us the name of your band? I know you mentioned it before, but I didn't hear it clearly.
It's Fulcrum. 智点乐队.
All right, Fulcrum, like Fulcrum, Fulcrum.
Yes.
That's the one.
All right, excellent. Everybody check him out, man. I like his sound a lot.
Awesome, Michael. Thank you so much. And we look forward to hearing more from you later on.
Have a good night.
You too.
Cheers.
Thanks. Yeah, I really like his sound. I like the vibe, Andy. It reminds me a lot of, I hope he takes this as a compliment because it definitely is. It reminds me a lot of one of my favorite bands called Neutral Milk Hotel, kind of a off the beaten path band, if any of our viewers have heard of them before, but I really like it. I like his style.
Yeah, nice. He was actually in a band before called Blue Magpie. So if you've heard of Michael before, you may have heard of him from there. But anyway, you are tuning into the sound of Shanghai. The name comes from, do you get the reference, Alex, from an old movie?
Maybe I don't.
The hills are alive with the sound of music.
Oh, right. Music.
Okay. Yeah. So it's from that movie, The Sound of Shanghai. Obviously, we have met a whole group of awesome performers who are currently under lockdown in Shanghai. They come from all over the world. We had Americans, we've had locals, we've had Irish, we've had Australian. It's been really awesome, but we do have two more guests actually, and they're quite well known here in Shanghai. So I'm hoping we can learn some Shanghainese from them. Hey, can you hear us?
Hi, hello Andy, hello Alex.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Hey, so tonight, I'm wondering, are you guys going to be singing any local Shanghainese?
Exactly, yes. Let me introduce, this is Michael Wang Yunchao, and this is my daughter Audrey.
Hello.
And today we're gonna sing a song in Shanghai dialect. I think, Andy, you can speak Shanghai dialect as well, right?
Well, we better know.
I think Andy can probably say some, and Alex, I think you can say a little bit, right? Also.
That's all. Really, the only thing I can say is Gambalai. I'm still learning my Shanghai. Maybe I can learn a few words from your song today.
Yeah, right. Okay. Today we're gonna sing a song in Shanghai dialect, and the name is Gali Dengde. Which Gali Dengde. Gali is like scum, a slum. Slum. Yeah.
It's not girly.
Girly. Girly and girly also in the Shanghai dialect, it sounds like a girly. It's like a quarantine.
Right.
And the dengde means like steamed egg. So it's like the in Shanghai dialect the sound also sounds like 等待 waiting. So gali dengde in Shanghai literally it's like a dish, a delicious dish, but actually it sounds like we are quarantined and waiting.
Yeah.
Girly. Okay, now we'll
all right, take it away. Let's hear it.
Gali dengde, 你本来是这切，来上海，吃过个人在讲在。
你们来上海。就好就谈侬白白，
跟侬爱些会10天之后再出来。
还是什么菜？
开好武功台，等了屋里向上班。义务工作者，没日没夜上班，社区的子女在，有家不能回。抗疫了上海，就 继续学来就来塞，咖喱当的米诺下起在，咖喱当的成体就要来。
老领啊，老领啊！
啊，老领啊 ，cool，thank you.
Yes, awesome.
Hey, so
Thank
what
you
is
so
it?
much.
隔离等待，隔离等待是吧？
Yeah, 隔离等待 right. 隔离等待。
Well, how do you say it in Mandarin? The actual name of the dish? Is it 隔楼炖蛋? I'm guessing.
隔离 quarantine. 隔离
No, I mean the food.
And 等
So if you
待
were to
is
take
like
the
waiting.
Shanghainese, if you were to take the Shanghainese name of the song and then translate it to Mandarin, what is the meaning? You said
it's just like because 隔离 because in Mandarin it's like 蛤蜊炖蛋. 蛤蜊 is like a slam. 蛤蜊炖蛋.
Got it.
蛤蜊炖蛋.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yes. Also
hey,
very tasty.
I was wondering if you could teach us a quick sentence in Shanghainese today, because obviously a lot of people are locked down at home. We have a lot of foreigners and also probably a lot of Chinese from out of town who live in this amazing city and maybe haven't learned much Shanghainese. Maybe you can share something with us.
All right. In
Something
Shanghai, like think if although 就是我们现在阿拉虽然以前的咖喱，别个相信就像歌词里面说的 ，just like what I write in the song is like we're just although we are in the quarantine, but we are very confident that the spring is surely will come and will be soon released soon. It's like 咖喱等的春天就要来。就是 it's like 咖喱等的 the spring is about to come. 咖喱等的春天就要来。春天就要来。春天 just like spring. 春天就要来。春天就要来。
Yeah, I got it.
Spring is coming.
Yeah.
And it is right around the corner.
And
exactly. Thank you so much. And for us, the spring is obviously getting out of quarantine. What are you guys planning on doing for the next few days?
I think I'm hoping that Audrey can go to school so that I'll be free, so I don't need to monitoring on just supervising her just like her study.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What is your that's like hope? Is what is your biggest wish after the quarantine? 就是隔离以后，你想要干嘛？
就是我到哪里想去没开心。
Okay, so her wish is also just like go to the school. Nice.
Go to school as well. Awesome. Hey, thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show, and we will catch up with you later on as always.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Wow, that is actually the end of our show.
He makes an interesting point, and I've heard this from a lot of parents who maybe, and this goes for around the world when other countries went through their lockdowns that they had before, saying that a lot of parents didn't realize how hard a teacher's job really was until they had to do it themselves when their children were at home in quarantine. So, yeah.
It's true. Hey, right now we're looking at a live view of Shanghai. It is 9:17 p.m. on Tuesday, the 5th of April. I'm losing time because we're in lockdown. Now, this is a beautiful view aiming towards the Bund. I want to say a personal thank you to everybody that took part in the show tonight. It was really awesome to have you guys on. As I said before, we had people from all around the world, all around China. And it was, just a really nice way to relax and pass some time under quarantine. Did you enjoy it, Alex?
I loved it. There were a lot of different talented people in the city, people from all over the world, also locals as well, playing all sorts of different instruments and different styles with their own personal flair. And I really enjoyed getting a chance to see it. And I hope that once we can go outside, once we can go to some shows again or connect with people face to face, then we'll be able to meet some of these folks and enjoy their talents in person.
Exactly. Spring is just around the corner. Now, I want to mention we had quite a few viewers today. In fact, in our WeChat channel, we currently have 25,000 people watching. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget that Alex and I will be back tomorrow. We won't, unfortunately, have any amazing music, and we're not very musically talented ourselves, but we do hope you will tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll be here again, bringing you guys all of the latest news and updates on Shanghai's current COVID situation. We will aim to keep coming to you live every evening at 7 p.m. While we're still under quarantine. So yeah, do check in.
Yeah, come check us out. We'll try to get you the latest updates when we get the information so that everyone knows what's going on and knows what to expect in the coming days. Right now, we're not quite sure, but as the information comes in, we'll get it to you as soon as we can. And we'll also answer your questions as well if you have any.
Exactly. And I just want to remind people to head along to our website, which is the official website of Shanghai Daily. It's shine.cn, shine.cn. And there you will find, we are based here in Shanghai, you will find all the latest information, which is very important at the moment as we're all quite anxious and needing to keep up. We had some major news just before, which was released as the show was going to air, which is that positive children in Shanghai who test positive for COVID and need to go into central quarantine will now not be separated from their parents. Parents can accompany them into quarantine, even if those parents are not COVID positive themselves. So great update there, Alex. What do you reckon?
I'm glad to hear that. It's a good thing. I'm sure a lot of parents will be relieved to hear that, and children as well. So that's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, Alex, I think we'll let everybody go for now. I want to thank you as well, Alex. It's been an awesome show. And I will see you and everybody else again tomorrow at 7 p.m.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.